Okay. Hey, Shelly was just recently someone that we purchased a property from, and I wanted to take a minute and just let her tell about her experience. So I guess, Shelly, where do you live now?
I live in Spokane, Washington.
And then where was the property that we bought?
The property is in Aberdeen, Washington, Grace Harbor.
Okay. And so let me ask you, why were you wanting to sell the property there?
I was just about ready to let it go back and lose my credit because I was just done. The transients went in there and just wrecked the place, took all the plumbing, the wiring, just wrecked it. Front door, everything. And I was just ready to let it go back when you contacted me and saved my credit.
And so when you say let it go back, you were making the decision to let it go back in foreclosure and just stop making the payments to the bank, right?
Right. Uh-huh. And my credit would have just went, it would have been bad.
How many years were you paying for the house that was vacant?
About five.
Okay. And then what was the reason the house was vacant?
There was a storm and it took out the back of the house and you can't rent it or anything like that. And the insurance wouldn't pay because they said it was an act of God. And so that was that.
Mhm. And so, um, what when we came along, what made you decide to accept the offer we made you?
Because there was no pressure. You were honest with me, and it was a great deal. I couldn't pass it up, and it saved my credit.
Awesome. Awesome. So, like, if you were going to give other people advice, what do you think they should know about working with us or selling with us?
They should know that you're honest. You make a fair deal. There was absolutely no pressure. You let me think about it, and I it just wasn't. I couldn't pass it up. It was a great thing, and I think anybody who's in the position I was in, would be very pleased to get an offer from you like that.
Awesome. Well, Shelly, it was a pleasure working with you. I'm really glad we were able to help you. And it's one of those things that it works out great, and we're able to make it work. And we work with the city. We've gotten a lot of this stuff cleared out because, like you said, the tweakers got in there and kind of messed with some things. Uh,
Yep.
and we've, I don't know if you. I already had someone come in there and they actually leveled out a lot of the land and ripped out all the blackberry bushes that had been growing for like 5 years. It was a huge mound.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so then it's kind of soupy, but we ended up spreading a bunch of hay and to stop with, so there wasn't erosion and stuff. But and then we got some interest, in the property from some investors that wanted to. I was going to actually look at selling it to someone that wanted to live in it and finish fixing it up, but we might end up selling it to an investor who's going to do that, and that's what he does, is like just in the area and does flips and stuff. But we were able to clear out a lot of it and get things moving, and so um, it's going to work great, and the neighborhood's going to love it too. The neighbors are liking it too because the house has just been sitting there, kind of in poor shape for a while, and they're just glad because it helps the neighborhood values and the people. Because if people are living there, then the transient people aren't coming in the house, and it just works out better for everybody. So it's great. I'm glad we were able to help you.
Well, thank you so much. I couldn't thank you enough. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of funny because this is the first time we've actually spoken face to face. We only did everything else on the phone.
I know. I work nights and yeah. But again, Ryan, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done because, like I said, my credit just would have went right down the tube and it would have been bad.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it didn't come to that. Thank you again, Shelly. I'll let
Thank
you. All right.
you.
Have a great day.